today videos, and I'm doing notes, and I wanted to show you guys my little note setup. Basically what I do for these ATIs, like it's so much to read, so I just copy and paste everything that's provided on there, you know, just so I can have to reference off of. So as you guys can see here, I put the title, then I put you know, every section. I bold it in red. I do include like the pictures that they have on the ATIs. And then I just write like, you know, whatever's on there. And basically that is what I do for my ATIs. For any of you guys that were wondering, I know they're going to be going over this in skills. So, you know, I want to like, you know, read on it. If I get quizzed on my exam for fundamentals, you know, I can go off of this. So yeah, this is what my notes look like for the ATIs. And then for the ATIs, how they look like, it's basically like an overview, any vocabulary that we have to know, the practice, and then step-by-step viewing, which is basically videos. And right now I'm just watching a video on suctioning. It is 6 minutes long. And then on endotracheal tube care, tracheostomy care, stuff like that, that I know we're going to be learning all of this in skills, and I'm quite excited, you know, to learn all of this. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and, you know, show you guys how I'm doing.
Over the suction port on the catheter, and slowly withdraw the catheter while gently rotating it between your thumb and index finger of your dominant hand. Do not suction for more than 10 to 15 seconds at a time. Clear the suction catheter and tubing by suctioning a small amount of normal saline solution or water from the basin. Reapply the client's oxygen. Assess the client and determine the need for additional suctioning. It is recommended that you wait at least 1 minute between passes and to limit suctioning to no more than 2 passes at a time to avoid cardiopulmonary complications. Ask the client to breathe deeply and cough between suctioning passes or administer significantly low blood pressure from moving in different positions, basically. While you guys are typing, I'm just going to move on to number 4. Number 4, normal heart rate. I don't want to stop sharing that. Welcome back. So I just wanted to come on here and update you guys. I'm currently on my way to lab. I was gonna say clinical, but I'm currently on my way to lab. Today we're going to be going over oxygen, restraints, and body mechanics, and track care, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're going to be going over in lab. Just in case I do not talk to you guys after skills, because I have to go to the store right after. So yeah, I do want to update you guys that some of my classmates got an email saying that they will be starting clinical soon. And you know, it sounds crazy because of like this whole COVID, it sounds crazy because of like, you know, the whole COVID situation, and you know, some
hospitals didn't want nursing students, but now for some reason they want nursing students back, and they want basically everything back to normal. So that's why they had emailed some of our clinical groups. I think it was 2 clinical groups out of 6 clinical groups. So 4 of us did not get that email yet, probably because, you know, the hospitals are probably waiting, you know, the okay from the governor for like phase 2. I heard that they might be doing phase 2 where I live, starting, you know, on Saturday. Probably phase 2 starts on Sunday next week. So, you know, I'm guessing that's why the hospitals that I am going to be at, they haven't, you know, sent us an email the okay, or none of the other parties waiting the okay for the governor. So yeah, I'll update you guys when, you know, I get the email from my clinical group and when I'll be starting. But yeah, that's like the little update that I did want to give to you guys. I really don't really have that much updates regarding school, just because, you know, we don't really do that much in school, and I don't really do that much. You know, I've been just staying home, going to the stores when we need to go, like every 2 to 3 weeks is when we go to the stores. Let me know down below what you guys are doing this whole quarantine thing. But yeah, that's like just my little update. I'll see you guys after lab. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello guys, welcome back. So I just wanted to come on here and update you guys, doing my pimple, on how the past 2 days went for me. So basically on Friday I had my second, you know, it was my second week of the semester, and I know I went on this whole rant on Instagram regarding, like, you know, like, what do you guys think about, like, you know, the whole mask situation. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, probably like leave my handle down here, but I just wanted to address it just because I feel like people probably think that I'm crazy or something, like even addressing something that has to do with the mask. But, you know, I was like, you know, worried, and I didn't even know if I ended up making, like, you know, the correct decision or not. But I think I did tell you guys that we are provided with the mask. I don't know if we're provided with the new mask every 2 weeks, or we have to use that mask for the entire semester. When I read on the PowerPoint, it said every week we were going to get a new one. So I'm not 100% sure, like, you know, which one is right. So I'll let you guys know starting next week if we get a new one, or if we're going to be continuing to use the same mask. So what happened with me was I ended up throwing out my mask just because, you know, for some reason I thought we were going to get a new one. So I threw it out, and when I went to class on Friday, basically I didn't have, like, you know, the mask with me because I had thrown it out. I did end up bringing a mask from home. You know, I got to the door, it was my turn, and the instructors, they were like, where's your mask? And I was like, well, I threw it out on accident because, you know, I thought we were going to be provided with new ones. But, you know, that was not the case. They did not look so happy. You know, I know they have to follow the guidelines regarding, like, the simulation lab and stuff like that. So, you know, I was like, well, I brought a mask from home, it is clean, because they had asked me, like, are you sure it's clean? Are you sure you haven't used the mask? And I was like, you know, a little bit iffy, because, like, why would I bring a dirty mask to the Sims lab when the masks that they provided us with are already dirty, since we already wore it 2 times. So I didn't really say anything. I was just like, yeah, well, can I wear this mask, or are you guys going to give me a new one? And I guess they were okay with it. And that was that. So that was like the whole mask situation. I did end up getting a message saying from someone else that that's typical how nursing school is, that they don't really care about their students. And, you know, it kind of makes sense. I talked the situation with my parents, and they were like, oh, you made the right decision. Why are you going to be wearing a dirty mask for so long? So I'll be bringing in a new mask, every week and stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to address that. And people probably think that I'm crazy or selfish, for like even making this a big deal. But I did just want to share this with you guys, just in case you guys deal with this situation later on in nursing school. I know a lot of places are probably going to be requiring masks, and I know schools are, and I know a lot of schools are going to be opening up probably like this whole entire year, and I am grateful that my school did open up for us for our skills lab, um, and basically for clinicals we might be going, or we might not be going at all. But for clinicals, for me personally, we are a group of 6, I mean, and I heard from the hospitals in the valley that they're going to be accepting nursing students. So I know, I'm guessing 3 out of the 6 groups are going to be starting clinicals the first week of June, and the other half of us are going to be starting VSIMs. I'm guessing we're going to be starting VSIMs next week. Haven't gotten any direction regarding anything at all. So we'll see how it goes, this week, because I do not go to campus on Saturdays anymore. Yesterday was my last day, and I don't go back to campus on Saturdays until like sometime in July for a simulation lab, which is like the whole entire day. So yeah. So it really does suck that we aren't going to be starting clinicals. I know my group in particular, I heard that we might not even be going to our first clinical this semester at all, and we basically won't be starting until the fall, once we're in pediatrics and maternity. And some people weren't happy about it, and we were all upset because like it's not unfair that half of our classmates get to go to clinical, they get the first clinical experience, and they're ready for second semester once we start working with kids and stuff. And like a lot of us were upset, and I'm not being selfish or none of that, but I'm just saying that's like basically unfair too, and I agreed with them, but there's basically nothing that we can do. So I'm guessing we're going to be doing VSIMs. If anything does change, I'll keep you guys updated if we start clinicals or not. But yeah, those are like the little updates that I had for you guys. Basically yesterday I had my first schools check off. It was on vital signs. I guess it wasn't graded or none of that, but I thought it was graded. This whole semester has been unorganized. I'll get into that later. But basically, for us, we had our first schools check off. It was on vital signs, and we had to print like a certain document, and we had to go in there, introduce ourselves, identify our patient and stuff like that. They didn't really give us like direction on like what to say or none of that, but I feel like they expect us to know. But there was like a situation we did have, our instructor was a little bit hard on us just because we were saying some stuff wrong, but those stuff we learned in health assessment, and like what is the correct way to say it, if that makes sense. They didn't really review it. I know in health assessment, like they gave us direction, they told us like what to say and stuff like that, but in this class it was nothing like that. So our instructor was like correcting us and telling us like, oh, you're not supposed to say that, like think, what are you supposed to say? But like we were clueless. We didn't get separated into groups. For our group it's a total of 7, so I was in the group of 3. We went first, and our instructor was just correcting us, telling us like what to do right, what to not do, and yeah, that's how it basically went. For me, my blood pressure cuff, like for some reason it was not working, like the handle to turn it got stuck, and I had to do my blood pressure like 3 times, and it was really frustrating. Like my anxiety was so bad. But at the end it ended up working and stuff like that, so that was good. My instructor does like reads blood pressures readings different than like from what I was taught in skills, so that was like a a little downside, and it was a little frustrating, but we all passed, and that's all that matters. So basically that's how clinical went for us. For skills on Friday, basically we were in 3 stations: oxygen, restraints, wheelchair, cane, and a walker. And we were taught, like, you know, how to use those type of stuff. Our 3rd station was on how to lift a patient and transfer them from a bed to another bed, how to use a gait belt, and how to use a mechanical lift, and stuff like that. That was interesting. I really enjoyed skills on Thursday, but it was a little bit too fast. I don't know if I told you guys, but we are only in skills and clinicals for 2 hours and 30 minutes, so it's not a lot of time, versus we were supposed to be there for 8 hours on Fridays and stuff like that. So like it cuts down so much time, and you know, everything is learned fast. But next week we have our 2nd skills check off, and they basically haven't really told us any direction on like what to expect. We're all supposed to go in at a certain time, but our instructor hasn't told us anything. And this basically skills has been all over the place. Like, there's no like given direction and stuff like that. It's all over the place. Like, they don't really teach us, like, we're supposed to like know all of this, but you know, like, they're basically not giving us any direction, and it's really frustrating. I know I'm not the only one that was frustrated. There's like a lot of other students also that they were frustrated, because like, you know, like, it's all over the place, and you know, like, we want to be taught how to do it, if that makes sense. I know, like, we can go off our books and like, you know, read in the modules, but like, what do they want? Because every instructor has, like, you know, grades different. So you know, that's how it was. And yeah, basically that's how those last 2 days went. And I know it's a lot of updates, but yeah, basically it's been crazy. It's been a crazy week. And you know, this week, you guys, I'm gonna be celebrating my sister's graduation. Both of my sisters' graduation, one graduated from 5th grade, another one graduated from high school. So we're gonna be celebrating on Tuesday. And basically I have to prepare for class on Thursday and stuff like that. I finished my 2nd homework assignment for this, just because I have stuff to do tomorrow and stuff like that. And basically I have to get on with doing study guides and getting prepared for my exam, because I do not want to fall behind, you guys. But yeah, that was my little update. I know it was long, but I had so much to tell you guys regarding school and how it's been. And like I always said, I will always be honest with you guys. Regarding how nursing school is, I'm not going to be saying that it's perfect, and you know, I'm not going to say that, you know, it's easy or none of that, but there's days that it's hard. And with like this whole quarantine, nursing school being online, it's frustrating. And you know, with not getting any sense of direction on certain things, not being like clarified, I'm hoping they clear the air with everything. But yeah, that's my little update. I'm hoping you guys all had a good Memorial Day. I know it's Memorial Day weekend, but we didn't really do anything, and people are over there on the lakes, on the pools and stuff like that, having barbecues and stuff. I'm hoping you guys are all social distancing and taking care of yourselves. You know, I know I'm taking care of myself and following the proper precautions and stuff like that. But yeah, that is it. Video ends here then. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. If not, then I'll see you guys in my next class.